billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulihil kareem. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, this is your brother again, talking about the importance of us finding ourselves in the blessed month of Ramadan and making an application within the confines of the transformative nature of fasting in the month of Ramadan. And so in an effort, dear brothers and sisters, to make good on the month of Ramadan, we find ourselves in a position that we begin to focus back on the goals. After 15 days of the month of Ramadan, we start to see the month is starting to flee. We start to see and we're starting to wish that we had more time. Well, some of us, others may be glad the month is leaving, but there are others among us who are dreading the month leaving because we've gotten into the spirit. We didn't hit our stride. And now a part of our day will be lost when Ramadan is over and we look up and there's no Taraweeh. We look up and there's no iftar. We look up, dear brothers and sisters, and there's no Jama'ah. And so it's important for us, dear brothers and sisters, to get the most out of the month while the month is here, so that when the month is over, whatever we gained out of the month of Ramadan, we can carry on with us. Like going into that vault, as we mentioned early in the month, and coming out with whatever we can come out with, and that can be rightfully ours. It can be in our possession, and we can keep it. So take that from the month of Ramadan, that whatever you get out of Ramadan, you get out of it and you keep it. It's rightfully yours. You earned it. You picked it out. You studied it. It belongs to you. After Ramadan, the question is, are you going to use it? Now, when we look at this idea being presented, we say to ourselves, well, I want to be able to succeed in the month of Ramadan. I want to fast a fast that is acceptable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is important, but that's not the only objective in the month of Ramadan. That's not the only goal in Ramadan. One of the goals in Ramadan is to fast your best fast that you never did before, the best one in your life. And that because of this fasting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant you a high station in Jannah. And that's one of the goals. But one of the key goals is what he leaves for us in Surah 2:183, Surah 2:185 to Surah 2:186. And so as a quick review, we know that taqwa is the aim. Taqwa is the God consciousness, the shield that we need in this life as a means to get to the hereafter and be shielded there. You see? But then appreciation, it's important. Why is appreciation so important during this blessed month? Well, one of the signs of the last day, according to the Prophet ﷺ, is that friends will treat each other badly. Human blood will have no value. Transgressors will become leaders. You will not be able to distinguish the truthful ones from the false ones. Now, I stop there for a second because everything that he names here are things that people take for granted. You take authority for granted. You take friendship for granted. You take life for granted. You're not appreciative of life. You're not appreciative of friendship. You're not appreciative of leadership. So you abuse all of those things, dear brothers and sisters. And gratitude in Islam implies that you not only recognize the source, but you recognize the fact that you are given that thing from the source. So you have great gratitude for those things, and you have gratitude for the one who sent it. So Allah give you guidance, and we have the whole Quran. Is it that we don't appreciate the Quran? He sends you that brother or sister and you turn around and you treat that brother or sister badly. Some of us, we're not even talking to each other, and it's Ramadan. You don't appreciate being in Ramadan? Did you not know that there's some people in Ramadan right now that know people that was with us last year that are no longer with us this year? And you have the nerve to come to the month of Ramadan with that kind of behavior, that kind of attitude. So making the adjustment, we have to do that on the fly, dear brothers and sisters. We have to make the adjustments so that we don't get ourselves caught up and we miss the benefit of the blessed month of Ramadan. And one benefit is that we recognize the goals and we stick to them. we stick to those goals. So the goal of appreciation will be something that we'll be talking about next. And until then, dear brothers and sisters, may Allah continue to bless all of you. And to that we say, Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.